What is good, family? What is good? I am actually broadcasting to you from my parents' house from Grandma Day, right? We're bringing the little boy, my little son, over to the grandma's house. So we are broadcasting yet again from the mobile device. So please bear with me as I speed through the analysis here, team. But it's very good to see everybody. What is up, guys? Make sure to throw those A's in the chat. If you can hear your boy speak, make sure to throw those A's in the chat right away. If you can hear me speak, what is up, family? Hola, hola, hola. Tell me something. Tell me something I don't know. Man, was it just me, or did we actually see GME just rip to the upside here? Did it rip to the moon? Did it go to freaking $80? Oh my goodness, man. All right, so at one point I was talking to you guys, and I was saying, you know what, there could be a probability here where this asset ends up going to I mean, what I said, to $80 to $100, man. So we ended up getting a pretty nice run into that, guys. I am very excited to be here streaming to you, telling you that yes, it actually looks like it is happening for sure, right? But I'm very happy here, team, that you guys can see me streaming. Let me go ahead and share my desktop screen with you, right? So let's go ahead and just get rid of this thing right over here, and let's get into trading view, right, you guys? So let me just make sure that you guys can see it, okay? I want to know, can you see my screen now? Is it there for you? Is it there? Oh, you know what? I'm going to have to go ahead and pop out the chat. So Discord, remember what we did the last time, right? I'm going to be able to have one of these chats up, and it's definitely going to be the YouTube side. So please come on by and share with me what you are looking at right over here, right? So let me just go ahead and share this right here. I'm going to pop out the chat. Right, we're going to leave it on the right-hand side over here. Make sure that everybody's talking to me. Make sure that I can see everybody, right? And everything will be cooling and cooling and cooling and cooling. So, you know, yeah, FFIE is absolutely squeezing, man. We saw it. You know what? There's actually a few other tickers that could be experiencing a massive upside like that one too. I think, you know what? Options spoke to me just yesterday, and he was saying, you know what, dude? We could possibly be seeing big lots, right? Another one that could be squeezing to the upside. But guys, I have to be clear with you. Yeah, CoinFox, dude, please don't chill here for this one, dude. I know you're tired. I know you've been doing it all day, buddy. I love you so much, man. And but yeah, dude, don't feel pressure here, my dude. I love you so much, man. But yeah, you know what? And little AR60, the little AR15 is saying that GME is at 60 right now. That is absolutely, oh man, huge power right now, team. And by the way, for those of you who are not really in the know, I am, you know, my name is ARCa. I am a social media influencer. I am only in Twitter and in YouTube. I also have a private Discord trading team, of which you can join by clicking the link in the description below. And I will say that it's been quite a run. I've noticed that there have been quite a bit of followers ever since we started covering some of these squeezes here, right? And for those of you who are interested, I am actually going to put up a video here in about 4 minutes for GME, an official thread of analysis, so that it can be looked at, right? It's going to be a 10-minute video, and it's, you know, it's there for you. It's there for your review. I'm giving you my thoughts, and I'm giving you this because I've noticed that there has been a serious uptick in viewership when it comes to GME, and I think I might follow up with an AMC video into tomorrow. But please remember, team, I am actually a little bit you know, just restricted because I don't have my entire system in front of me, right? I'm not at the battle station right now. I am just with one screen in front of me, right? And that's my MacBook Pro here. So, and it's also a freaking Mac, right? So I'm not on a PC. So, man, you can only imagine the pressure that I kind of feel when I'm coming to now, you know, perform some analysis here on these tickers. But guys, and for your information, for full transparency, I am long AMC shares. And I actually repurchased just pretty much after hours today at an average of about $6.76, $6.77, right around there. And the last time I saw AMC, you know that it kind of got stopped from the 24-hour, the overnight market, which is just outstanding. Right? But I did the last time I noticed it, it was sitting right around that $7.55 level. I am under the presumption and also huge discretionary notion here for you that I think it's gonna gap up into tomorrow, similarly to what happened today. And yeah, so CoinFox, go ahead and check out this link that CoinFox just put up in the chat here in Discord. He actually just shared with us that there is a pretty nice website where we can see a list of tickers that have high short interest. And yeah, there are a few of them that could be expressing, I mean, that could be really ripping to an upside, guys. So please, please, please do me a favor. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. I'm so excited to be here yet again, team. So please remember, I do have open risk. Oh, Onion Ring giving us the target right now. It is 8:50 in the after hours for AMC. Let's go. You guys, we are in the money. We are chilling. I remember that right before market close, American markets, or, you know, post hours, we were looking at it right to 840, 841. Didn't quite break up, didn't quite break out of that resistance right there, right? But Onion Ring, thank you so much for sharing that with me. Leroy Jenkins, what is up, my dude? And I'm actually missing the boat. I'm not saying hi to my family up in the chat, right? I see there, Leroy Jenkins. Candace, what is up, Lil AR15? Ian Tucker, my dude. And Ian Tucker saying he gets it wrong by a freaking penny. How dare you, ARCa, getting it wrong by a penny all the time. What is up, Michael? Good to see you here. Batter, Damon Wiggs, what's up, man? Guy, Peter, what's up, dude? Good to see you here. The corruption in transparent and the corruption is transparent now. We need CAT system. Wow, my brother, go ahead and tell us what the CAT system really is. Smoke screen, what is up, my dude? Good to see you here. Bosco, Mondo Lopez, good to see you guys, man. I know that I'm, like I said, guys, my apologies for not really looking back to the list. Options, my buddy, good to see you in there. And I definitely have my ARCa Bulls trading team on the Discord side observing the charts with me from that side too, guys. If you, please go ahead and refer to the link in the description below. Join the ARCa Bulls trading team. You have no idea the advantage that these guys are getting over regular streaming through YouTube and stuff, even though I'm a completely verified and monetized influencer. So this it just simply means that Discord people are getting the almost immediate response, right? While the YouTube people are getting around a 7 to 10 second delay as I'm talking to you, right? So it's really, really interesting how that happens. And when I limit the ARCa Bulls team to just YouTube, they're like, oh, so yeah, go ahead and hit that link in the description below. Join the ARCa Bulls trading team. Come by and trade with some incredible traders, right, alongside me and a few other dudes, right? Very, very, very cool stuff in there today, team. We are, I mean, me personally, I did an over 200% day today myself. I think collectively in the ARCa Bulls trading team, it must have been over 1,000% between us all. It was great. Big time price action, you guys. But yeah, so I do have some things to share with you regarding GME right now, right? So what I'm going to do here is I want to take a look at the OBS. Of course, I'm not going to be able to see it like that, right? So let me just, dude. Okay, you know what? I may actually have to do it like this here. So hold on just a quick second. I just need to take a quick look here at who's observing, right? Okay, great. So yeah, we have the room pretty much full now, team. Let's go ahead and just get this thing going, right? We'll have some of the stragglers come in and check this out a little bit later. Right. The one thing I wanted to check on, of course, was just the YouTube video that I'm going to put up for GME, and that is this one right here, team. So check it out. It is, oh man, still 3 minutes to go, uploading at 94% right now, right? So this is the one that I'm putting up, and it's called GME Just Getting Started. and the subtitle is Upside Thrust Max Vol, right? So go ahead and check that video out when we're done here on the stream, and I'll be able to give you even more, or I guess in-depth detail over what I'm expecting for price action to do in the coming days. So guys, thank you so much again for coming on by. Please make sure to do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. Let's get into it right now, team. So yes, we were talking about on that that Twitter Spaces a potential $80 to $100 target this week, and that Spaces call was around 2 days ago, I believe, and we were able to nail it, right? We were able to nail some of those targets to the upside. I can't say that it was back tested or there was any statistical data supporting the $80 valuation. It was simply based around historic price action, right? So take a look at this area here. This was on August 21st, 2021, where price action essentially dipped down from where I think it may have been around 500 or 480. It dipped all the way back down to the $350 zone before it came right back up to around the $400 zone and resisted, right? So in this area here now, it's located at 58.46 due to dilution, right? So this resistance is currently what we kind of used prior to getting to that $80 target. So the $80 target is flat in the money, like right in the money. I'm talking about using the 12-hour time frame here to identify that top. You can see it right over here. Let's go ahead and just get that time frame loaded right there, right? Check it out. So that is that $80 valuation. It is completely confluent to the 3.61876.82 target. So that is telling me that price action is not only respecting prior price action, historical price action, right? Pivot points, its resistances and supports. It is also supported by geometrics too. So if we are supported by geometrics, what are some of those upside targets we can evaluate, right? So we have right now, what, a $128 top, which was equivalent to the 580 or 560, whatever it was back in February of 2021. Those upside targets are also confluent to some of the geometric levels, right? So this is the price action right up here at that $128 level. Take a look at the 3.618 at $134.34. Literally freaking $4 off, right? Just $4 off of the all-time high, the 3.618 and the 4.618 from two different time frames. I'm using geometrics to identify that top. So if I were to put a little bit of a guess here, I think that the Euro markets, maybe the Asian markets and all that good stuff, they potentially take this to the upside, let the Euro markets at 1 a.m. or 4 a.m. Eastern time take over, and let them also run this thing to the upside, which is then going to hand it off to the American markets, right, by around 4 a.m. That would be 4 a.m. Eastern time, right, and then into our U.S. pre-market, which would be right at about 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern time. So that 9 a.m. session, just before that, I'm expecting to see a type of gap up or some type of huge price action right at the top area, right? It's kind of a cycle, right? So we're going to be playing their upside, and we're going to be pulling profits from their upside here. And then at the end of the day, of course, this thing may end up distributing, right, and then balancing off at a midpoint, and then we hand it off again. So we're going to hand it off to the next, just to the Asian markets again, and then they're going to trade it to the upside, and it's going to repeat again like that over and over and over. So it seems like it's been like that for the last few days at least. So if you can observe the 24-hour market, cool, but don't, try not to do that so much, because you're gonna just kill yourself by looking at price action here all the damn time. I understand this is super exciting, team, but please make sure to remember to watch out for yourself. Keep your health up, right? Don't be betting things that are not bettable, right? That you gotta be safe here. You gotta keep safe. Our family deserves good. Our family deserves better. I'm very excited to be presenting here opportunities for those long-time bag holders for both GME and AMC. You guys, we are looking at some awesome take profit targets for some people who have been stuck there for years and years and years. Oh man. So yeah, guys, I'm really happy that we could experience that we could see that together, and just have these and have these people just finally realize either their entry or even some profits on top, which is definitely happening to a few people here in the ARCa Bulls trading team. All right, you guys. So yeah, so as far as my thoughts, we closed at around that 755 level post market, or let me actually see what the actual close for the day was. Right, if we have that actual close, we're going to be able to chart that out too. So GME closing its day at 48.75. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty massive. So yeah, I think this thing does continue to the upside, team. I want to show you here real quick before we move on to anything else. Let's pull the daily and take a look at the iterations back from February 2021. I want you to see the velocity of these candles, right? I mean, you got to take a look at this. We got to pay attention to things like this in order for us to kind of compare and contrast, right? So let's take a look at these things right over here. Take a look at this, Lewis. I know, man. I know, dude. This is a very powerful time. It's a very interesting time, to say the very least here. And yeah, so since we are on the daily time frame, you know, TradingView is not going to display to you the after hours trading. So that is the difference that we're getting here from after hours too. You see the 120 here. It still went up another 8 points in the after hours trading, right? So that is why it's important for us to observe and or take profits in that pre-market. Okay, so the pre-market is likely where we're going to be seeing some of those top sides. So anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and observe this, right? Check this out. This is the February run here, massive run. So take a look at the size of these candles, right? This candle right here, we're going to point at this one. This here, trading at 228 million. The jump was astronomical. This is 788 million now on this candle here, one day to the next. So this was Thursday. This is into Friday. And imagine what everybody felt closing at $16 from opening at $9 over that weekend. That was Friday, right? So all that anticipation, all the freaking roaring kitty talk, all that stuff was happening. So the ticker gapped up massively the Monday coming, right? That thing opened up at $24, you guys. That $24 reached all the way up to that $40 valuation, swung all the way back down to $15, closing the day at $19.13. See what I mean? These swings are huge. Look at the candles, right? Look at what happened, right? So I want you guys to be ready. I want you to be ready for this potential squeeze. We're already experiencing a massive run. $6 billion in short losses. This is big time, you guys, okay? So I want you to be very well aware over what's happening here. Here's a quick tip. For those of you who are now just watching me for the first time, what's up? My name is ARCa. But I want you to know that even if you have your limit orders, you know, set at freaking whatever target you're talking about, those limit orders are highly likely going to get skipped, okay? Because the market makers don't want to realize they're going to skip through all those. All right? They're going to want you to realize through a market value. Why? Why would they want you to go through market instead of order routing through a limit? Well, first of all, the limit is going to get you the dollar value you want, right? Now, if you do it to the market, here's the problem. You're going to be subject to the bid and ask spread. So the bid and ask spread is going to tell you people are willing to buy at this level, people are willing to sell at that level. So if you're selling and there's a wide bid and ask spread from the left to the right, say for example, you're at $100, right? And there is a bid at $60 or $50, but there is an ask of $300. So if you hit that sell button at market, so let's just say that you're going to take that mid-level, $100, and there's a $60 to $300 spread, they'll likely fit you at the 60 because that's going to benefit them the most. So how do you get away with that? How do you get away from, how do you not do that? How do you not get trapped like that? Because you're saying, ARCa, you're saying, dude, like the limit orders are going to get ignored, but then if we market sell, we're going to be, you know, subject to the crappy end of the bid and ask spread. Well, I need you to take a look at your bid and ask spread as it's moving. You see right up here, it says $50.63. It says $51. This can likely be very wide as soon as you experience expansion with volatility. As price action spreads and it stretches into larger and larger numbers, that bid and ask spread is going to extend as well. So what I need you to do is observe this area when you're reaching the targets that you want, right? Right when you're reaching that topside target where you believe that this is the end, this is the target, I'm going to realize all my profits here. This is going to be the whole last change right here. You got to make sure to observe your bid and ask and hit that market sell right when these things tighten up. Do not do it when there's a massive spread. All right, say for example you're selling at $200 or $300 or freaking $1 million, whatever it is. So let's just say it's $200 and this thing has this thing is showing that there's a bid at $80, and then there's this ask at like freaking $300. What are you gonna do? Observe your bid and ask. Keep that tight. Make sure to keep that tight. Oh man, those stop losses are those stop losses are probably gonna get ignored too, dude. Today I got a limit ignored myself. Dude, hell no. You're gonna get wrecked either way, buddy. Not in plays like these. No way. You got to be very, very careful when it comes to selling in this area. Not everyone knows what I just told you. Okay, guys. So whoever's viewing here, whoever is with me at this moment, is absolutely benefiting from some critical information that not a lot of people know of while trading squeeze plays, guys. It's everybody will just tell you to the moon, to the moon, to the moon. But what are you doing when you get to the freaking moon? You know, what exactly is there when we get to the moon? Yeah. So options and cryptic trader that you see here in the chat are two very powerful traders that trade with me. Right? So these guys, we've traded squeezes together. They've traded squeezes on their own. They know what's up, man. So this is the team that you're looking at, man. You know, we're doing this together. So remember, huge volatility swings. This is not for the faint of heart. We're experiencing right now similar size candles printing on in the present moment, right? So let's just go ahead and take a look at that 12 or even the daily. Take a look at that. Starting to look familiar, right? So if this volatility continues, you guys, please make sure to practice absolute discretion. Make sure to have risk management in place. But remember, observe your bid and ask. Whatever target you're at, make sure to, at any, like, there's going to be weird little moments where it's going to expand really wide apart from each other. And then there are going to be moments where it tightens up and it contracts really close to each other. That's what you want. When you hit the market sell, make sure that your bid and ask is tight. And then you'll be able to realize some good targets there. All right, you guys. So now, if we're going to, Mark Roach, my buddy, good to see you here, man. Thank you so much for coming on by. So yeah, guys, I think that there could be a run into the pre-markets for us. There could be a massive distribution. I'm going to just kind of say this with heavy discretion here, right? But I personally think that this can reach around the 85.67, right? Just around a few bucks above the 12-hour high that we experienced today, to the 96.72 area. And the way that I'm determining that is using a 12-hour time frame, closing period, to wick top price action, right? So the combination of wicks and opening and closing bases from prior candles is how I'm determining that potential resistance top. Now, if it does continue, Mark Roach, thank you so much. GME is currently trading, just for you guys, GME is currently trading at 62.25 in Robinhood right now. So Felix, there you go, buddy. 62.25 is currently what we're experiencing right now. This is absolutely massive, big time price action right now, man. So yeah, so I do think that we experience a gap up into the morning. If we get further volatility, I actually do think that we may want to even touch with a freaking lightning wick all the way to 120 to 128. It's possible. The thing here is, as soon as we start breaking, here's another tip I have for you guys, right? When this thing starts reaching, it's only because we're so damn close to this, okay? So I want to prepare you. I want to give you as much as I can, guys. We traded today's price action together, right? In the ARCa Bulls trading team. Join up, all right? So we were able to kind of guide the team through this. We were able to to make sure that everyone maintained cool. Right, I didn't want everybody here just losing their freaking minds, right? Because it's It's tough. I understand. Right? So AMC price update onion ring giving us an $8.60 level, 62.50 for GME. AMC 860, GME 62.50. Thank you so much, onion ring, for keeping us updated like that. I think the family here absolutely can benefit from that information. So here's something to also know, team. When we are combating that top side of 120.79 to 128, which is our after hours top price of the market, as soon as we start breaking above that 128, we're going to experience something called price discovery. Now, price discovery simply means that, exactly what it is. We've never experienced price in the area in which price is moving into. You can see how the broader markets are reacting, reaching those numbers too. The S&P 500, NASDAQ today experiencing a new all-time high. Guys, price action can get very wiggly, very liquidy up in those areas. So right now, AMC is, well, we're getting some, I think the Asian markets are open right now, so we're getting it through some brokers. AMC is trading at 860, GME is trading at 62.50 presently. They took the overnight away from the 24-hour market. They took it away from Robinhood. Of course, Robinhood did it. You know what I mean? But yes, people like Sebastian Lim, they're able to see the prices right now. We do have some people here that are able to see it too. Which is very cool. So yeah, absolutely. I do think that AMC will run a continuous upside, and I do think that it has another possibility of testing that $13 level again into the pre-market. Okay, so what I want you to do is know this first. Okay, now that we're ahead of time, right? And if you're observing price action here, what if it beats the 120 or the 128? Can we continue to the upside? Sure, anything is possible in the markets. Okay, if it does break the 128, which remember on the 12-hour time frame, you're able to see the post hours here. As soon as we break that 128, there are ways for you to identify your top price action, okay? Because at this point, when you're breaking and you're going into free, and you're going into clear skies right above you, right? There's nothing to stop you, no previous price action, but we still have average turnarounds for larger time frame candles, average true range. Okay, we still have geometric levels like Fibonacci retracement, golden means, golden pockets. Where are we going? We have higher probability targets. That's what the pros use. Institutions know those geometric levels as we go up. Okay, so they can trap you there too. So how do we do that for ourselves? Well, I have an example already set out here for you. In fact, this is going to be released in this video right about now. So let me just go ahead and press right here. Go ahead. So this is going to be the official video here for GME. It is now published, and it is I don't care. Just go ahead and do it right now. Right? There's no fraud in this, guys. My voice sounds a little bit weird right now because I'm actually in a mobile setup. I am streaming from Grandma's house right now. Right, actually, is my mother, and she is taking care of my little boy, but this is Grandma Day today, and I don't want you guys to feel like you're dragging this thing alone. Okay, so just know that I'm here for you, and we're going to go over this price action here together. So let's just go ahead and continue on the analysis here. I already have an example here for you to observe and to take into consideration. Let's go ahead and pull open the 12-hour time frame and see what we can do here as far as the upside. I have a few targets already here for you, some of which I'm incredibly uncomfortable even mentioning, but I will say them anyway. Okay, geometrically speaking, let's first keep this in mind. Okay, the areas of about 128, right? We were talking about 128 as the all-time high. That's because in February 2021, that's where we went. Okay, so from this top side of February 2021, 128.18, take a look at two different time frame geometrics anchored to two different points down here in price action. It doesn't matter where, you probably get the same results that I do, right? So check this out. 134 was already given to us from targets way down in the $8, $6, $5 realm of GME post-squeeze. I'm sorry, pre-squeeze. Back then, in January, right? So these levels were already confluent to that 128 top. This tells us that we are absolutely respecting geometric and we're respecting historical price action. How can we know that? Well, today's $80 target was already confluent to a 3-spot 618 golden mean at 76.82. We already presumed that we were going to reach targets of that nature. So if we have further targets to look at, since we're using the 618 Fibonacci retracements right here for today, right here for today, and here for the February 2021 squeeze, what's next? Well, I mean, you know, so dare I say some of these ridiculous targets here? Sure. I mean, the Redditors are spreading crazy news saying that, you know what, we're never going to stop until another hedge fund is down. We're going to slice their throats and blah. You know, they didn't say slice their throats. I added that, but yeah. So so if it does continue on to that upside, then volatility can certainly reach. You know, I'm real, guys, speculation here. There is no data supporting this, and there is no official back test that I have that can support this. So please do me a favor and make sure to take this as just entertainment purposes, right? This is not financial advice. We are not financial advisors. ARCa Bulls trading team is simply just a few of us right here expressing our opinions from a bedroom, right? Let's just put it like that, right? So yes, 4-spot 236 geometric level at 209.29 to the 618 that we've already been experiencing here. There could be a jump all the way up to 275.28. Now, this volatility can happen immediately when you're observing potential tops like this 128 that happened. Guys, that was a flash wick. It was a wick that just went boop. It just hit it straight to the freaking top, and it was done, right? And the freaking thing just cascaded all the way to the bottom side after that, immediately after that 128 top. So know for a fact that, you know, I guess there are going to be a few lucky ones here, especially given that there are literally millions upon millions of market participants participating in the trading of both GME and AMC assets today. If you are not aware, AMC traded over 600 million in volume today and did over 500 million in volume yesterday. Usually, typically, price action when it tops out at a massive rate, at a massive volume spike, the next day is usually red, but not AMC and not GME. Both of these assets went on to trade larger volume in their following day, which is just, it's I don't want to say words that are going to make you feel like I'm trying to pump something. It's not like that, right? I'm just giving you here probabilities and historical results, right? Just based on my observations, just based on how we've traded squeeze plays before, because we've traded these live, right? So this is it is very bullish. It is very bullish that we're catching further volume into this into the further, you know, the next day. That means that we have worldwide participation into this, you guys. Okay, so this is really big. This is absolutely massive. Thank you, Traveling Sessions, for saying hi to Grandma. She's here. She's chilling. Right? So now, you guys, here's another thing that I want to talk to you about. Actually, CoinFox brought this up to me. His buddy, Josh, also a very large influencer. He was talking about the specific releases that Roaring Kitty was doing in his Twitter today. So first of all, he was averaging what, a release of about 30. Yeah, every 30 minutes there was a release of a video, right? Every single video is riddled, right? Every single video has this like structure, right? He's putting together several clips of these flicks, and they're all kind of leading into each other, potentially putting in this this overall message, and the message is ongoing, right? Since the first post that we got in around that yeah, you know, just a couple days ago, right? So here's a quick little thing for you to kind of pay attention to. Josh said that, have you guys not noticed that every single video that he's used on this on these posts are blockbuster flicks? That's a massive hint. They're all blockbuster hits, hinting at AMC blockbuster hits. You know what I mean? So there could be hidden meaning. There could be a hidden riddle within the riddle. right? And it seems as though this has been planned way before this was starting to release. First of all, he showed up after freaking years because he had a gag order, right? He couldn't say anything, and he still hasn't said anything. Although the gag order could be entirely released. So it's just kind of something to put, let it circulate around your mind. Whatever you feel that thought or notion could be, let me know. Let me know what you think it is. Post it on the chat. Post it in the comments. Let me know on Twitter. Follow me at ARCa Bulls in Twitter X, right? And come by. And but yeah, that's currently what I'm observing. I thought it was a freaking cool concept, and I wanted to share it with the team live, and only live. I actually didn't even mention it in the video that I posted just now for GME. That it could be the blockbuster hits tied to AMC. It's ridiculous, all right? Anyway, so Mark Roach is saying Roaring Kitty is like an enigma, a mystery wrapped in a riddle. Dude, he really is. And the only thing that I can compare a man like that to is actually Elon Musk. Guys, he went from 414,000 followers on Twitter X all the way up to freaking 1.2 million or 1.1 million in 3 days. That is ridiculous. So all eyes on GME, all eyes on AMC, and that's kind of all I can say here, team. So remember, there could be, if we experience another pullback, team, we still have to keep in mind over some of the gaps that we may have to close into the future. It doesn't mean that we are going to do it tomorrow. It doesn't mean that it's going to be in 2 days. It doesn't mean anything. All I have to do is just kind of prepare you and let you know to keep track of these things. First of all, traders like to trade opening or wick basis gaps or supports or resistances. AMC is currently in a gamma ramp right now. It's gamma squeezing. Yeah, both GME and AMC. They're, this is we're talking billions and billions of dollars of coverage here. This is huge. It's a wealth transfer happening as we speak. And it's really up to us to take advantage of it in any way we can, especially for those who were holding this entire time. Like, this is a real blessing for them. They can actually take advantage of releasing finally, right? Guys, please do me a favor. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now. Let's go ahead and get this algorithm moving so that we know that we can get other apes into this channel and they can also realize their gains the same way. Right, you guys, because if we can all just support each other, we'll be able to get into the know and know how to trade this thing, opposed to how it was back in February 21, where we left a bunch of people hanging there. Right? Let's not do that. Let's make sure to bring people in here so we can support each other. And that's the way it goes, team. I'm here to share with you knowledge that I've gathered over my time trading, that I've studied with, right? I'm a quantitative trader. I'm an algorithmic and very much a systematic, short-term based trader. I've traded several different things. I have micro caps and small caps under my belt, large and now mega caps, right? So I am also mathematic, right? So I tend to put together my analyses based on statistical and using statistics and some physics, and that's the way I've trained myself. Okay, team, and a lot of good has come into studying this long and being able to present to you these types of tricks so that you can move on. So that is it for ticker symbol GME. Let's now move on to the very famous AMC ticker. And just for full discretion, team, I am absolutely long this ticker. I do have risk open on AMC presently, so I need you to know that first before we continue the analysis, right? I need you to know that your boy here does have an average of around $5 and $6.70, maybe 7 cents, and we're currently trading above $8, maybe into the $9 zone pretty damn soon. Okay, hold on just a sec. So guys, do me a favor, and please remember that a lot of this information is being given to you with high discretion. Okay, I'm not a keyboard puncher, right? I am a very calculated trader. I am not really a fan of chasing squeeze plays. I do this for entirely a living. So I can't, so I have to make sure to keep myself within some safe parameters. But now that we've actually gathered some experience here, we can share it with the family, share it with the team here on YouTube and on Discord and on Twitter and or Twitter X, right? And further move the trading community along into safer fields. Okay, team. So yes, please remember that tomorrow, today we actually had Fed Chair Jerome Powell speak. He actually gave us a little bit of a green light here, giving us some easing, a little bit of a hint into a potential bullish continuation for the broader markets, which is why the broader markets continue to the upside. I did notice that both AMC and GME reacted very positively towards that bullish price action on the SPY, especially since the SPY is only running around 2 or 3 points now. It's contracted right at the very all-time high. So if we do get, I personally don't think that we're going to get data, that's going to be good. I think it's going to be hot, personally speaking, right? Because I don't think the economy is I just don't think we're in a great place. But I will say that the CPI and or any type of data like this during a squeeze play matters not. But if it comes in cooled and we do get a continuation to the upside on the broader markets, believe me when I say that that AMC and GME will react to that. So if the broader markets also support a continuation to the upside, there is nothing holding them back. So they could realize further and further targets with a bullish market too. Although I am telling you that they're going to run, and if they do run, right, it's going to be regardless of the CPI data or what Jerome Powell said. Okay, but if we do have, positive data that can support a continuation to the markets to the upside, then this can absolutely continue. Okay, and it can continue a little more fluidly, a little more less resistive, right? So just remember, it's per your discretion. Know your levels. We're gonna go over them here. Okay, so AMC has a further price action valuation due to the dilution that it experienced, especially when releasing that freaking ape dividend. I mean, let me know in the chat if you were a fan of that dividend or not, because guys, I personally, I didn't have a loud enough voice. Okay, I had maybe 40 to 50 followers on Twitter. Felix, I got something to tell you on that too, buddy. Yeah, I actually have family that are still 90% down. I'm trying to get them out. So but I only had around 40 to 50 followers on Twitter, and Twitter, back then, before it turned to X. And I said to everyone, if there's anything you can listen to me for, listen to this. This is dilution. It's just a fancy way of saying it. I know a lot of people have opposing thoughts of that. I get it. I know. So it was supposed to be a 1-to-1 ratio. And it was also supposed to be running in tandem, where they freaking inversed each other, right? So that really was it was just a massive disaster. It was trash. I didn't like how that was managed, and I was very much upset with management for that and whoever else. It doesn't matter anymore, guys. I'm also not the biggest fan of AMC. Every time I chart this, every time I trade it, I have this resentment, and I don't like to trade with a bias either. So I try to clear my head and just say, you know what, this is a momentum play. Let's benefit from the upside together. We're going to do this for the family, for us, and let's just rip the upside, right? So yeah, so now Cajun Cutter telling us that was not a dividend. That was a straight up ass pounding. It really was. It really was. I can't express it in any other way other than how you guys feel about it. I feel the same way. I like the stock for now. So yeah, right? I hear that, man. I hear that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the price action here on you know what? Yeah, let's look at the 12-hour time frame here, and you can see that the ones 69, or some people, different brokerages, they show a $72 target or 69, right? That 169 target is now a 417.96 valuation. So let's put it this way: if your average was around $40, your average is now around $200, right? Maybe 180, right around there. So if your average was around $48, $50, you're looking at around 260, 200, up there. So it is going to require a lot of thrust for this to continue to the upside. Opposing GME, right? This is, it's trading with an absolutely larger amount of volume than GME. It's actually making me feel that AMC is kind of taking a little bit of charge with regards to the volume traded, right? GME is not trading above 200 million right now, unless I'm mistaken, right? But this AMC ticker is trading at 600 million plus today. Huge freaking volume. Guys, that is squeeze volume, okay? So if we have this rate of consistency, the upside, let's take a look at volatility versus momentum. So yeah, guys, algorithmic, I'm an algorithmic trader in the sense that I also code my strategies and my indicators, right? So this is my volatility heat map here. The volatility component are these little lights, right? The volatility moving average is the teal line. Anytime that you see one red bar like this, that means that volatility is max expansion at above 97% at critical, and it's closing every period. Like, you know, every period that closes prints another bar. So you can see here, 4 continuous 12-hour bars have been printed while above 90% of critical expansion. What does that mean? Expansion and contraction and volatility. First of all, it doesn't reflect direction, okay? It does not reflect the direction bias. What do we use for that, though? We use stochastic momentum to determine that direction bias. This is pivoted upward. This has a back tested by me. This has a 72% probability that it is correct on its direction. So not, you know, it's not 100%, but it's also not 50. So it's 72% accurate in telling us what direction overall we have for this. So we have an upside probability here, and we have continuous expansion. Now, what does it mean when ARCa is saying, yo, he's saying it's expanding? Well, guys, what I mean by that is that the rate, the transactions, the rate is increasing, right? The frequency of transaction is going tighter and tighter. So we're moving more volume in and out. And the more expansion we get with a direction bias to the upside, you can just say to yourself that we're throttling. We're literally accelerating towards an upside on a 12-hour time frame. So that when we have this massive signal here and this kind of expansion, this to me already looks like maybe 2-3 weeks of continuous upside. Meaning volatile, sure, we're still going to get the swings up and freaking down, right? Max win, max loss all the way down, but the overall bias is still delayed and giving us an upside continuation. The 12-hour time frame is that powerful. Let's move along. Let's see the 4-hour time frame here for volatility and momentum here for that AMC ticker. Let's see what we have in line here and determine what the probabilities are for continuation. Immediate short-term time frame is showing us that we have a downside, but here's the thing. American markets are not reading the Asian markets. The Asian markets right now are trading at a higher valuation. So guess what? The closure of this 4-hour candle has already pivoted towards the upside because we haven't seen it and the American markets are closed. So this is an incredible time. And look at the moving average here, completely 100% maxed out. We are trading at max supply right now. So this at max resistance here, max expansion with an upside bias, guys. No. This is extremely powerful. In fact, this is one of my minimum time frames to determine at least 2 or 3 days of continuous upside. I am very much a fan of what I'm seeing. Not the ticker, but what I'm seeing. So, oh man, Mark Roach saying, brilliant TA ARCa as per usual. My brother, thank you so much. Lucas Benjamin saying that this is incredible. My brother, I really want to express more of a professional outlook, right? I want to display to you what actual day traders do, how we see the markets, how you can determine them for yourself. Join the ARCa Bulls trading team. You're going to be given access to all of these indicators just like the way I use them, okay, team? So the next thing we can identify here, team, is this. Do we have continuation to the upside here on the 4-hour? Yes, because the Asian markets are going, right? So that naturally means that the 4-hour time frame is going to cascade that upside like a domino into the 6-hour, then the 8-hour, And guess what? The 12-hour time frame, as we just saw, already has that upside pivot. So by the time the 4-hour cascades into the 6, then the 6 cascades into the 8, and the 8 into the 12, that only means that this guy is going to jump in to this zone is very important right here. 2% down from the 80% of stochastic momentum is an area called the gravitational zone. Some people call it magnetic. So usually when we enter this zone here, we get swooped and sucked into the upside further. So this, guys, look for these types of things. Look for your, these are all technical reads, right? So we're able to determine how hard a move can continue based on volatility expansion and based on direction bias. So that's how we do it here, team. That's how we do it. We were able to identify GME from freaking $11. We said pull back to 10 to 9, then rip. We were already saying $20 targets from April 14th, and we got them. We said we would notice an $80 to $100 target 3 days ago or 2 days ago. Busy Brands came in here. He's actually just posted a link up here. Please make sure to say hi to him. Make sure to follow him on Twitter X, right? Busy Brands, he has around 7,000 or 8,000 subscribers or followers, so make sure that it is him. So yeah, C12 Omega saying no more ramen noodles. So I like it, man. I like it. So, and Damon Wiggs is saying ARCa is amazing. I highly recommend joining his private Discord, learning so much every day and loving the journey with the team. Skits Dozer, my brother. Dude, I know, man. I love you, buddy. Thank you so much for sharing that awesome read here for the family. I love it, dude. So yeah, the 12-hour time frame here, printing a very bearish candle, completely ignored it, and all bets were off the table, right? Here's one thing I'm going to tell you guys. There's always going to be somebody to tell you, man, you know what, these squeeze play, charts don't matter. Charts don't matter what. Of course they don't. They don't matter. You know what? Because at any moment, some dude scratching his left testicle is gonna freaking decide, oh, you know what? I'm gonna just buy 1 million shares right now, and this thing's gonna rip to the upside. How was I able to see that? I can't see that, right? But what we have here are targets that are usually used by short sellers. So short sellers are at these geometric tops waiting for your buys to get there. So when they get there, you're freaking gonna be bull trapped. So I'm here for that because I am short biased. I was trained short, but I'm also long because now data speaks to me. I can determine direction. It doesn't matter whether I'm long or short anymore. But I started as a short biased trader because of my mentor. I didn't even know what I was betting on. I just knew that I was betting on the stock market. And I said, wow, how far did we go up? He said, we didn't go up anywhere. We dropped. And I'm like, I made money going down? He said, yup. And I'm like, whoa, America's cool, bro. So, guys, I just want to give you my honest opinion here, right? So just make sure. Oh, Hound, my buddy, good to see you here, man. Very good to see you. But yeah, guys, I just want to express my honest opinions here and just show you that as a short bias trader, I'm going to give you the targets that short sellers are also looking at because I am also them. All right. So you know what? There are two different short sellers. There's a short seller that trades. No, I'm sorry. 3. There's a short seller that short sells on microcaps and small caps waiting for the break of $1, right? And I bet you a lot of people in here don't know that. They also don't know that, listen to this, over 70% of the microcap assets and small caps, are shorted 96% of their lives, statistically. So just to give you some information, right? These are juicy things that I share with the team on a daily basis, right? So, yeah, I am a short bias trader, so I just want to give you that perspective as well. Okay, and there's also the short seller who shorts based on squeeze plays. Okay, so he waits for the top at the geometrics that I'm giving you. Those geometric tops that we just explained on GME, and we're going to explain here on AMC in just a sec. Those are those targets that short sellers like to go at. the geometric means, golden pockets, the spaces between the 1 spot or 2 or 3, 272 or 618 Fibonacci ratios. The 50% retracements are usually areas where they like to take advantage of. So are you trading this at the close of a 4-hour candle? Are you even looking at your 4-hour candle closing? Is your hourly closing? Do you know that an hourly candle usually retraces 50% at the close? Imagine if you knew all that information. Imagine what you would do. Imagine how powerful of a trader you can become. Imagine the career you can develop. Right? So, let's go. I'm just going to share this one time here with you, team. Please know that I'm consolidating, I'm really condensing my master's course down to 4 to 5 weeks to a crash course mentorship program. Get in touch with me, ArcMastersCourse at gmail.com. Okay, and I'll give you my syllabus. I'll give you my my disclaimer, the whole thing, and then you decide whether you want to join me or not. But whoever you do join, make sure that they are transparent. Make sure that you're trading with them live. I don't just speak this, I actually do it live. Okay, guys? So now let's go ahead and determine the upside probabilities here for AMC, as we do have some very cool stuff to go over. Now that we determined that we have an upside bias, volatility using the 4-hour time frame, is there a downside? Right? Just Ian Tucker said, bro, you had me at GTII like years ago. So C12 Omega is saying, I see Andrew Tate and his little chess club army are buying both GME, and I did see that. I did see that. And actually, I did also notice that some other, potential heavyweights have also been, I don't know what to call it, dollar cost averaging. Yeah, very exciting stuff, man. So, and now actually Onion Ring came in and gave us an update. GME is currently sitting at 62.10. AMC currently sitting at $8.70. Absolutely in the money. Everyone who picked up the overnighters here are probably going to experience a nice gain in the morning. Okay, so are we here to determine a potential downside coming in now that we're at the 870 range? Let's go to the hourly time frame and determine here what that 870 is even looking like, right? So geometrics are already telling us that the 3-spot 618 is located at 879. We're already there. Okay, so what does that mean for us? That means that the hourly candle is going to be, that it just closed at around that 10, well, for me, it's 10 p.m. Pacific, 11, 12, that's 1 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah, that's potentially going to get a slight pullback here. 50% retrace, right? That's going to be potentially back into the zone of, guess what? The 3-spot 272 at 794. Then it's going to bounce right back up. If it hasn't done it already, I'll be surprised. All right, so usually when that happens, that means that we're likely testing the resistance level of this. The next target for us to realize within the next, I would say 2 to 3 hours here, it would be the areas of 1077 to, of course, the areas of around 1328. So if we're able to combat that top end, we're likely going to see a break out of this and a continuation to the next resistance level. Where could that be? Well, this shape in price action may give us a hint. How is that even possible, ARCa? You're freaking crazy. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Okay, 4-hour time frame coming up. I want you to look at the curvature as it comes up and it comes down, all right? Here, just remember, you guys, I'm at grandma's house right now. I'm not at the battle station. It's not absolutely pro right now, but it's all good, right? Even my freaking headset. These are the new the Black Shark V20 Bluetooth 2021 edition Pros. And it sounds nowhere near as clean as the battle station, right? You're gonna, yeah. So also the video that I put up for GME also sounds like this, you guys. Because, we're mobile right now, so it's all good. Anyway, this is how you measure a bull flag. This is typically how a bull flag looks: 3 retracement candles, 4th and 5th continuation, and breakout. Okay. How do you measure a bull flag? How do you know you're going to go to the upside from the first place? Well, a bull flag is a candle cluster. It is a psychological formation. It has no mathematical properties, and it has only psychological properties. So the way we measure that upside on a bull flag is simply like this. Take the trend line, from the very top side to the very last candle we have, right? The very bottom of that candle from the bull flag, right? So what I mean here after blocking this means measuring it from this bottom to this top, right? Here's one thing that you could have known today. Take a look at this. This is a tweezer top formation. Tweezer tops usually experience negative price action after they print. This 4-hour candle closed right down here with a tweezer top. Short sellers enter. Let's get this thing to retrace just a little bit here, get short, and then take this to the downside, right? So that's usually how the tweezer top plays. Tweezer bottoms are the inverse, right here. Tweezer bottom, upside, right? Good stuff. Good stuff. More tricks for you to just know. All right, so anyway, back to the bull flag. Let's go ahead and take that trend line, and now we apply that trend line to the top of the price action. That $13 target that we experienced today. Put it right up here. And we get a price valuation of $30.64. Okay? Now, let's put $30.64 into perspective here, right? Let's put a horizontal line. Let's see what that even means, right? Let's look back historically and try to find out if we have any type of resistance level or pivot point, or what some of the pro traders here in prop firms call them inflection points. So let's go ahead and pull up here the 12-hour time frame instead. Let's really look with a broader picture and understand where those pullbacks can be. Right? So take a look at the that $30 target. Huge resistance here, huge resistance here, right? We have a cluster of candles there that we can use for a take profit area, right? If we move back in time, we'll likely see some other price action there too, right? Here we go. Look at that big support area right here. Nice. So we have all those confluent targets to look. I'm talking from back here in February 2021 when, back when just after GME had closed, right? So we have that support level there. We have the 30 support here, support here, support here within these clusters. Guys, it is confluent. That is telling us that the next target could be around a $30.64. Why don't we do this? Why don't we geometrically back it, right? So we're going to take the total range of that bull flag and use geometrics to tell us, do we have a confluent target to geometric levels? I'm talking about two important geometric means, okay? Lucas, what's up, buddy? Saying I was going to say the first rip in 2021, AMC went from 20 to 200. So why not 3 to 30 this time around? Dude, yeah. I agree, right? and here's this. Check this out. Ooh, the implied volatility right now, X3000 is telling us that it's 938%. Dude, that is crush on puts, bro. Wow. Anyway, Lucas, in the pro trading world, there is a saying and there is a strategy, and it's very much a discretionary one, right? With measured moves and measured risk. But the why not thesis is very much alive in pro trading. So I will say that you're on to something, right? Continue your studies, brother. I see you moving along to being an amazing trader one day, if you're not already, right? Sorry, guys, I just opened up FaceTime here because I have no idea why. So let's go ahead and take a look at this right here. Let's get the right in here. Check this out. This is the geometric mean that we're going to use. Bam. All right, so the target that we're looking at just so happens to be exactly in line with the 2 fib. Let's go. What? Come on, man. Oh, yeah. All right, so if we're able to get that $30 zone, then we have a range. Of course, the 272 fib, for those of you who follow me, for those of you who actually, watch this, you know that I am a big fan of the 272 and the 618 targets. Damn, dude. So, yeah, I am thinking that we can reach 3078 to maybe 3804. I would love to say in the immediate short term. Okay, so it is absolutely confluent to historical targets here. I do believe that we can reach a target of around 30 to 38 bucks. So heads up on that risk, team. We are going to experience resistance levels on that way up. Of course, we have to get over that $13 level, but something tells me that we could gap up into areas up here, market open, come tomorrow. Okay, well, for some of you, maybe later on today. So that is that is it for AMC. So now remember one thing. I would suggest for you to consider risk, maybe not at market. I mean, it really depends on how and what type of trader you are and how you personally observe the markets and how you do it. But if you are going to trade this at any moment, trade the pullbacks. Right, trade the pullbacks at closings, right? So when you get an hourly close, wait for the hourly closure to pull back. It doesn't do it 100% of the time, right? But it does work often. If you don't get it on that hourly, try the 30-minute closures. Try the bi-hourly or 3-hour closures, or even the 4 hours, right? And those will be able to help. So if I can just give any tip, right, little clues here and there, so that you can be able to kind of prepare your artillery for battle, right? So just make sure you you keep your discretion and you keep your risk management tight with you. Please do not bet anything that you're willing to lose. Okay, the guys, it's just it's dangerous. Yes, Mark Roach, thank you so much. Please, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, do everything necessary to keep this thing alive. Right? Thank you guys so much for coming on by, and let's go ahead and take a look at that ticker symbol FNGR, guys. This moved again today. I can't believe that we got that top end of around 364. That moved from $3. We're getting a bunch of small caps ripping towards the upside. This went down as low as 308, and now it's up. I mean, just touched 364 and trading at 345. I don't know what is going on in the broader markets, but something is happening. Okay, so now that we're getting this type of read for FNGR, let's see the immediate short-term time frame, volatility versus stochastic momentum, to see if we have any continuation towards that upside. Well, do we? Let's take a look. All right, consolidation phase for now. We're completely contracted. Contraction, for those of you who don't know, just means that we have contracted, meaning less frequency, less transactions, right? We've slowed down to a minimum here. So that means that we're a little worried. We're probably waiting for CPI. We're probably waiting for data to tell us whether the markets are going to support a continuation towards the upside or not. Notice how I'm speaking differently than AMC and GME here, right? I'm speaking differently into this because this ticker could be affected by it. This is not expressing the volatility that GME and AMC are currently, right? So we have to keep ourselves aware over how different assets trade throughout the financial markets. If there is an upside probability here, I would say that it needs to retrace. I would say that it needs to come down to an immediate short-term time frame inflection point or pivot to determine support before continuation. Now, what would that be? It's simple here, team. I see that this would be your range here for support between 333 and 330, bounce to the upside from there. Why would it drop? It's not because of shorts. It's dropping because the valuation of an asset when volatility contracts drops algorithmically. More secrets for you to know. The way I learned a great deal from some of my favorite traders in the world. Some of those who would share their tips and tricks. I would literally film them the 3 seconds of a little tip that they would say, and I would keep all those little secrets and write them down later. And then I just got it. You know, I got a freaking bank of it. Right? So that's how I started learning too. I just started keeping those tips. And you would just see a mess, right? I believe it. CVNA is still on the short squeeze list. So we're going to get a little bit of a pullback here due to contraction, 330 to 333, before a potential upside where we'll experience resistance again at the 358 to 364 level. Why? Because that's currently the zone where we're kind of consolidating in. If we are going to make a move to the upside, make sure to combat that $3.64 with at least an hourly closure above that 364 before continuing on to that upside. As soon as we break the 364, of course, we have the next zone here plotted out for us, 377 to 383. Okay, the probabilities of a downside first are highly likely before continuing on to that upside. Also, wait for the bias regarding the CPI data. That's going to be your consumer price index, which is going to be the inflation report, and this is going to be one of the most important reports that we are going to experience in the near term. Okay, also this Friday, guys, make sure to be very careful with your options expiries. We are going into OPEX this Friday. Okay, that's going to be your major options expiries, futures, derivatives, whatever the whole that whole thing. The three, I think they removed stock options from this. So yeah, futures, contracts, stock options, all that stuff, guys. It's all going to expire at one shot this Friday. Expect massive fuckery. Okay, please excuse the excuse the French there, but I feel like there's not a better word when experiencing that massive closure on the OPEX, right? B, my brother, dude, thank you so much. Where have you been, my dude? Where have you been, man? It's so good to see you. I appreciate you a great deal, my brother, and I hope that you and your family are well. But it's very nice of you to share that dono with me, dude, and know that it's always going to be used for a great purpose here, team. We use these funds to continue supporting the Discord, to continue supporting the master students, and continue supporting the ARCa Bulls University, right? So please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, share ARCa Bulls with your friends, with your whoever. Right? And let's just get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. All right, team? So that is going to do it here for ticker symbol FNGR. Let's just go ahead and move on to that ticker symbol GTII as well, as it does have a massive, massive community. And I noticed that the price action has been falling, and I do have a feeling that we ended up meeting the targets to the downside that we spoke of just yesterday, unfortunately. But guys, I know how this thing... it's a little questionable to say things like that, but I do believe it to some extent, to where you know how something trades. That term or that notion is it is valid, right? Because I do believe that someone could have enough experience trading an asset over the freaking last 2 years, 3 years, and they back tested every single time frame and every gap that it ever presented. I know. I completely agree with that, but sometimes I feel like that notion coming out of an influencer could also be a little selfish. It could be nefarious, right? It could be something that somebody uses that, to make sure to keep you in their visibility. And I oppose that. I'm not going to tell you that I've charted this thing forever. I mean, I have, but that doesn't matter. A true trader, a true charter, a true statistician or data analyst will be able to observe something and give you an honest opinion right off the bat. Now, to get you a more biased opinion or a deeper opinion, then sure, some continuous backtest will be able to, and data collections will be able to do that for you. Now you're going to say, well, what if you do have that? Are you biased towards, or is that bias, going to keep me with you? Well, backtest him, or forward test him or her. If they claim to have so much data and they claim to be the best trader or something, forward test them. Are we meeting the targets? Not on an upside, not on a bull trend. Are we meeting the upside and downside in consolidation periods? That's when things get tough. When you're going towards the upside and only the upside, sure. Anybody can call that, man. And you're going to be right at one point or another. When you're going all the way down, somebody's going to be right at that one point or another either. But what about when there's no direction towards the upside or the downside, where you're just trading sideways in a range? What then? So only then will you be able to spot a true trader, someone who is transparent, someone who is outside of manipulation, okay? Don't take it from me. Just forward test your favorite influencers. Make sure that they are expressing good information and valid information at that. All right, so GTII on the 30-minute time frame, this is already giving us some of the levels that we've spoken of before. Notice all of this barcoding. This means that the asset is completely illiquid, right? So This is a range that we have considered trading once. This is another range that we've considered trading twice. Algorithmic trading here, right? Just barcoding, just means that there is a high contraction on, your at a certain time frame, right? So if we have high contraction, that means that people are not interested in trading it just yet. Especially when we have tickers like GME and AMC ripping, the attention is going to be taken for just a little bit. Okay, 8-hour time frame, bearish engulfing, red outside bar. Right, this is likely to continue to the downside. This is going to give us about a 50% retrace up to this resistance of 1575 before continuing to test the 8-hour low, 1413. Here's another indicator that I've actually coded myself. This is the draft one of it. Let me pull up here data cells, and you'll be able to see the updated version of my new script. So this script here gives me VWAP levels, right? Upper bounds, 2 standard deviations up and down. Daily ATR top, right? Current ATR low and current ATR tops, right? I have the Bollinger Bands volatility reads and targets already pre-mapped. RSI plus RSI slope. And this is your daily ATR range and your current ATR range right up here, right? So that can tell you that the 8-hour time frame here is moving at what? 1 cent, almost 2 cents per 8-hour candle. So if we are to say open down here, then our downside per the open of 15 cents would be minus the 2 cents on an 8-hour time frame. So that would be 15, 14, 13. So let's see where that can land. And guess what? These are the support levels right down here. 1296 to 1319. Completely confluent to the retracement of an 8-hour time frame. Why the 8-hour? Why aren't you using the daily, ARCa? Because the daily stays static, right? It's not going to change until the next candle opens, ARCa. Well, that's because here is the formation that we're trading. This is the red outside bar up from this green candle, and this is the red outside bar from this candle with a bearish engulfing. The bearish engulfing candle formation consists of 2 candles. The forward candle engulfing the body, engulfing the previous green candle's body entirely. The outside bar saying is that the outside bar reached outside of the range from the prior bar's low, right? Michael, that one's coming up for you guys very, very soon. I just want to make sure that I can gift this to the master students. We're about a week away from you guys receiving this. I'm so excited for everyone to have it. Yeah, you guys have for now. I think you guys have the ARC averages, right? Which is the moving averages that I personally use. Yeah, this is ARCA's right over here, right? And we use this as a like this, right? We have every single moving average that I personally use. This is my old one here. And it does have locators, or it does tell you when there's golden crosses, silver crosses, triple moving averages, crossovers for bear and bull. And yeah, very good stuff for the new indicators that we have using. So Michael, yeah, super excited to be sharing that with you guys. So yeah, guys, I do think that we're going to get an immediate short-term time frame downside, and I will say that it's going to be just after we test resistance here at the 8-hour open. Okay, so we're going to get a test back up to the 1579 to around 1597, get that pullback, likely start testing that 1411 before we start resisting at 1502, followed by the 8-hour ATR low, 1318 to 1296. And that is usually how price action tends to behave. Okay, you guys? So please, let's see. Interactive Brokers is showing that AMC is trading at now $9. Yes, man. So yes, we have the linear regression channel so far. We have the ARCa bulls. Yeah, we have the ABT the reversion variant, the revision 2. And we have the ARCAs. So actually I think there's one more I'm going to share with you guys. For those of you who are crypto traders, I'm going to go ahead and share with you the dark A's, right? So we already have ARCAs up in the list, but I'm going to be sharing with you dark A's. So this is specifically for crypto trading. If you are trading assets like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, XRP, right? Any of those assets, I'll be able to give you guys this as well. Expect this in the next day or so, where we're using the SMA 5, 10, 30, and SMA 60 60. So you can also add your own components into this too. You can change the components to literally any type of moving average as well. Okay, you guys. So yeah, this is another indicator that I'm just going to release to you guys pretty soon. All right, so that is it for ticker symbol GTII, team, and I do think that we should be considering closing the market right over here, team. We have some nice opportunities coming in tomorrow, so please strap up. Make sure to join the ARCa Bulls trading team as soon as you're able with the description below, and get in the know, right? We'll be able to observe the volatility for GME and AMC and all the squeeze plays that are coming in, because that's really what's going to be popping off in the immediate short term. Okay, you guys, I appreciate everybody for coming on out, and please remember that the ARCa Bulls ARCa University is still hosting a very much consolidated version of the 19-week mentorship program, down to a crash course for beginners of 4 to 5 weeks. ArcMastersCourse at gmail.com, and we'll get you going and going and going. All right, team. So remember, I'm at grandma's house right now, so I actually don't have a clean exit like I usually do with the music and all the freaking the fireworks and all that stuff. So, but yeah, team, I really appreciate everybody for coming on out. So if anything, make sure to remember, all right, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. But most importantly, do not take anything of which I show and iterate within these videos as financial advice. Do not take it as that. All right, take it as entertainment purposes only. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well a very, very good night and or day, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, guys.